I'm going to go ahead and send him out, let him trot around a little bit, see how he moves. That's going to tell me how comfortable he is with that saddle or not. If he's comfortable with it, he might have had a Western saddle on somewhere between when he was taken from the track and came to me. I don't know. That's also going to tell me if he's sound on this left front foot or not. That's something else I'm going to be watching for. Actually, a pretty nice trot. Don't see anything that makes me think he's not sound on that foot yet. He keeps wanting to turn around the other way. He might not have been lunged very much ever. I'll grab my lunge whip. Not really wanting him to work hard. I'm just wanting him to move around, feel the saddle. I want to make sure he's comfortable with it. I want to see how he moves. Keep stopping at the gate to go back in the barn. I like that he's not just blindly running. I don't know how much you know about running horses, but there's shorter distance horses and there's long distance horses. And I've worked quite a few of both off the track. And distance horses are typically a little bit better about rating their speed and not just running blind. They seem to have a little bit more endurance, and they have a better mind for not just blindly running fast. I ain't stopping posing for the camera. Let's lunge a little bit the other direction. He's putting his tail up a little bit this way. Really looks pretty good. He wanted to put his head down and play a little bit, so I just pushed him just a little bit harder. Let him know I could push him through it. Definitely not bad. I'd like to have his attention a little better, but that's something we can work on. The wind is blowing pretty good. I hope it's not affecting my mic too bad. We're supposed to have some pretty severe weather coming in tonight. Doesn't seem to be bothering him much at all. I like that. I want to make sure he'll give to the bit a little bit before I get on. It's pretty nice that way. You see, I just kind of throw my reins around. That's going to tell me how worried he is with stuff moving around him. Not bad at all. He raced, so we know he was ponied. So something up over his head he should be okay with, plus the fact that he was raced, so we know he's had a rider on him. He didn't buck with the Western saddle, so I really don't think he's going to buck. The next thing I need to address, they mount a rider on a racehorse while the horse is moving forward, being ponied. So a lot of times getting off-track thoroughbred to stand still to get while you're getting on is something you have to spend some time working on. So I'm gonna take my time, see if I can really enforce standing still before I get on. I'm not gonna rush it. I don't know his history. From what I've seen so far, I think somebody has worked with him since he has come off the track. He likes that. Now we're gonna walk away. Come on. So far he hasn't shown me any sign that he wanted to bite me. I do know that he bit the owner at feeding time, but I've fed him a couple of times since he's been here. He really hasn't shown that, so I might have to. There had to have been more that played into that situation. I need to do a little bit more work on that, see if I can set that up again. Not bad at all. Head's a little high. Body's a little stiff, but not bad. Just kind of let him relax just a minute. I'm not going to ask a whole bunch of him right away. Test my steering, make sure he'll follow his nose. Actually, not bad. A little stiff. We'll see if we can walk that out. He's giving his face to my hand pretty nice. No complaints there. I'd actually like to get a little more forward. I'm having to work a little bit to get him to go. I'm sure some of that is because I'm asking him to go into a circle. He's going to be less confident walking forward into a circle than he's going to be to just go forward. I just want to make sure this first ride that I have direction and speed control before I put too much forward in. That's better. Tip his nose a little bit, he's slowed down. These buckets you see on the ground, this is where I feed my cows. So that's the feed buckets for my cows. I kind of like to leave them in here when I'm working the horse. It gives me something to steer around, and I think it really helps give the horse a reason to understand why he's being pulled on, why his face is being pulled on, because he sees something in front of him and I steer him one way or another to go around it, and it's not just random pulling, it has a purpose. So I think the young horses, it comes a little easier to them. His kind of lack of go on the ground when I was lunging is still there when I got up here on the saddle. See if we can just put some forward at a walk in him. Starting to relax. We're not going to go over and visit with that horse. Now that's a good situation right there. He wanted to go see that horse and I steered him away. So that's a good time for me to see what his attitude is going to be like when I tell him, no, we're not going to go do what you want, we're going to go over here instead. Some horses will throw a little temper tantrum over that. He didn't. He just said okay and he steered over the other way. Kind of the downfall to a horse that doesn't have a lot of go is you really don't get a lot of chance to work their stop. Hard to teach a horse to stop that as soon as you stop saying go, they stop. So that's something that I need to be aware of. If that switch ever flips so that this desire to stop that he has goes away, I might not have a lot of woe. We'll just have to see. See if we can get a trot. Actually very nice. He maintained his speed in that trot. I didn't have to touch his mouth to slow him down. That was kind of an odd step on that front left foot. I need to be aware of that. Not bobbing his head like he's sore, but that was definitely a odd step. He might not have just put it down flat. Hey, you just exhale, that's good. Might have just been that he just didn't put it down flat. It might not be a matter of being sore, but it might tell me there's a little bit of limited movement in those flexor tendons. Now, I do know his owners that he has right now are pretty inexperienced riders. So taking that into account with my riding, I want to lope this horse. I'm not going to lope him today, but I'm going to get this horse so that you really have to push him into a lope, which is going to be pretty easy for this horse. But I really want this horse to think that we mostly just want him to trot, because that's what's going to be suitable for his owners. They're pretty beginner. They don't need to be loping very much just yet. They spend a good bit of time riding him and get better balance and become a better rider. They can always bring the horse back and I can put some go back in him. So at this point, the fact that he doesn't have a lot of go suits these owners really well. I'm not going to do much to pull go out of him, or to put more go in him rather, to make him go. I know he is a off-track thoroughbred, and you might be thinking, well, he's a running horse. He's got go. Well, yeah, you're right. He does have go. But the matter of him having go and him having go in a Western saddle with his new career is two different things. We know he ran in a race situation. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to transfer for him into this situation. I mean, looking at him right here, he doesn't even look like an off-track thoroughbred. So I'll bring him over here. We'll see what kind of stop we got. We'll see if we have any backup. Whoa. See if we got any backup. Good boy. Actually, not bad. Not bad at all. So this is going to end up being a pretty nice horse. He's starting out as a nice horse. Kind of makes my job a little bit easier. That's all I'm going to do with him today. I know it wasn't much, but I want him to know that his life here can be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't always mean hard work. Next time I'll ride him in the big arena, and I might even take him out back next time. We'll see. And I'll do some more video for you of what I do with him in the future. I think this is going to end. This is a nice horse. Until next time, thank you for watching.